and welcome to this edition of Desert Warrior. I'm your host, Major Diana Bagay. Border operations tapped some demobilizing soldiers in Texas. This month, more than 2,800 Texas Guardsmen from the 72nd Infantry Brigade Combat Team began their return home after an 8-month deployment in Iraq.
I hadn't been home for a long time. I took leave kind of early in January, so I hadn't seen my family since then. So it was a good feeling, real good feeling.
The vast majority of these soldiers are traditional guardsmen, in which they perform duties on weekends and annual training. Major August Murray, the adjutant for the brigade, said one of the concerns facing the guardsmen after a year's mobilization was finding employment.
Coming off the deployment where we've all been on active duty for a year, a fairly good number of our soldiers identified employment issues.
In order to address this particular issue, representatives were on hand during the demobilization process to offer them various job opportunities, to include remaining on active duty in support of border operations.
We are offering opportunities right now for soldiers to volunteer for border operations, which is a mission that's just come down.
The border mission is a 1-year commitment. Major Murray said there are advantages in seeking soldiers who are just coming off the mobilization.
These are good soldiers, they're well trained, they're fully deployable if they're going to go onto that border mission.
The 72nd IBCT used the post's 1.2 million acres of training grounds last October before deploying to Iraq.
Fort Bliss does an excellent job of mobilizing and demobilizing units. This is a premier installation, in my opinion, for doing that.
Colonel Madden said the training was effective in preparing the brigade for the missions they performed in theater.
The brigade had various missions. We mobilized 22 companies. We were spread out all over Iraq. We did everything from convoy security to area security. It was very successful.
Coming up after the break, we'll show you what role some guardsmen played during Iraq's historic event.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call now.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Welcome back. PFC Jennifer Taylor reports on how the 72nd Infantry Brigade Combat Team of the Texas National Guard secures the movement of the recounted ballots in Baghdad.
This is what's going to determine the next 5 minutes or not.
The 72nd Infantry Brigade Combat Team soldiers from the Texas Army National Guard played a key role in assisting and advising Iraqi security forces when the court ordered the recount of ballots in Baghdad after the March 7th preliminary elections. Ballot boxes were brought under tight security from the government-owned Rashid Hotel in Baghdad's international zone. A convoy of vehicles escorted the trucks to a restricted entry point. Security Directorate of Operations Sergeant Major Michael Tibbetts comments on the process.
And I take the van in. The only ones allowed to go in there is us, the MP Humvee, and the scanning van. They won't let anybody else come in.
Then the trucks are scanned for explosive devices.
When the trucks go by, you'll see the X-ray.
Joint Defense Operations Radio Operator Garrett Elliott notes his experience.
It's been a pretty exciting, special mission. We were just here, we were a part of it.
The 72nd soldiers will continue to work closely and support Iraqi security forces during the transition of stability operations to safeguard democracy in the country of Iraq. In Baghdad, I'm Army Private First Class Jennifer Taylor, Joint Area Support Group, Public Affairs.
And that does it for this edition of Desert Warrior. Until next time, stay safe. I'm Major Diana Bagay. Thanks for watching.